Dear children, good morning. That is Bhopal, a raga which can be played in the morning time. Today, I am going to teach you the poem 5 entitled The School Boy, written by the great poet William Plague. You may be wondering, sir, last week itself you have taught the poem. No, I simply gave the central theme of the poem. Today, in detail, I am going to teach you the same poem in my YouTube video. Okay? Generally, when the parents leave the children in the school for the first time, either in KG or in first standard, the place, school, everything will be very new to the children. So the children will cry like sky fall on the head. And they run behind parents and hug their parents and cry like anything. That is childhood. The children generally don't like school. They are sometimes very afraid of the teacher and the school. Here, the poet William Plague, in his poem The School Boy, clearly depicts the feelings and mindset of a school boy. You need not take it as a philosophy for a school boy. This is simply a feeling of a school boy. Listen carefully. I am going to read the poem and explain this week. The School Boy. The schoolboy in the poem is not a happy child. Why, you know? What makes him unhappy, you know? Why does he compare himself to a bird that lives inside a cage or a plant that withers when it should blossom? That is what all comparison made by the boy. Now, first sentence of the poem, the boy starts, I is the small schoolboy here. I love to rise in a summer morning. Rise in means get up, wake up. In a summer morning, he wants to wake up. He loves. At the time when the birds sing on every tree, when he wakes up, he can hear many birds are singing from all the trees. That's what. The distant huntsman winds his horn. You know, at a distant place, huntsman means a hunter is getting ready with his instrument, horn, which he used to play to indicate that he is getting ready for his hunting. And the singing bird skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company I have. So, who are the companions? The many birds on every tree and the hunter's music instrument and the birds, singing bird, skylark. They are all pleasant, sweet companions for the boy. That is a beautiful summer morning. But to go to school in a summer morning, the second paragi says, is very happy to see all the birds and trees, but to go to school in a summer morning, oh, it drives all joy away. He feels very dull and sad because the thinking itself will destroy all his happiness. Drives all joy away means destroy all his happiness. Under a cruel eye. Here, some critics say a cruel eye means unfeeling eyes of a teacher who strongly scolds and beats the boy, that made the boy outworn. means he becomes exhausted. The little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. The children in the school is mourning, M-O-A-N-I-N-G. Sighing means leaving strong breath, expressing their sadness, and dismay means disappointment. They don't like the school surrounding and the strict teachers. Then at times I drooping, sitting, drooping, hanging down. The head is bending down, sitting there, and spend many an anxious hour. Here anxious hour means worried hours. He's spending the worried hours in the school. He says, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower. That means he cannot take delight means happiness from any book, or he cannot enjoy sitting and learning inside the arbor. Bower means school, the classroom. He cannot take any delight in any book, and the school room, classroom is not at all giving him delight. Delight means happiness. On through with the dreary shower, he was totally exhausted. Dreary means cheerless. Shower means shouting words. The teacher is shouting, teaching, or the boys are shouting and saying here and there some answers. He is unable to listen and understand. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? He asks a question. How can the bird that is born for joy sit inside a cage like a prison and sing? How can you expect that? Bird wants to fly happily in the sky. If you keep the bird inside a cage, how can a bird sing? And definitely the bird will cry. Like that the boy is crying, it seems. How can a child, when fears annoy? He said, bird cannot sing happily when it is inside the cage. Like that the boy cannot be happy inside the classroom. The same way he is asking another question. How can a child, when fears annoy, how can a boy enjoy? Because which teacher is going to give him punishment? So the child feels afraid. When fears annoy him, fears means fear, annoy means trouble him. How can a child be happy? But droop his tender wing. Is hanging down. His tender means soft wing, sitting down in the seat, very much worried and exhausted inside the classroom, and forget his youthful spring. He totally forgetting the enjoyable season, the childhood. Youthful spring means your childhood. He is forgetting the happiness of boyhood or childhood. Now, in the last stanza, the boy talks to the parents in direct words. Listen. Oh, father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown away, that means he's asking a question. If buds are nipped, when the buds, shoots, B-U-D-S, buds, small plant, small shoots are nipped means plucked. When it is a bud, if you pluck that bud, blossoms will not be there. No flowers. And blossoms blown away, flowers taken away by the wind. And if the tender plants are striped of their joy in the springing day, in springing day means early morning in the school, if their happiness is taken out of them, by sorrows and cares dismay. Sorrow and cares dishearten them. The boy cannot grow, as the buds cannot become flowers when it is plucked, when it was a bud. So he compares the schoolboy, compares himself to the bud and compares himself to the tender plant. He is asking a question. When you elderly people plucked a bud, how can it become a blossom? If you stripe all the happiness, remove all the happiness, joy of springing day, early morning time, definitely the plant, tender plant or bud will be in sorrow. That will dishearten, like that the boy is also very, very sad in the school. How shall the summer arise in joy? Emerge. The morning will not bring him any pleasure, or the summer fruits appear. His work, everything will not come out. He will be in sad mood the entire day. So this is the feeling of a schoolboy. Being a creative poet, William Plague is able to bring out the real feeling of a schoolboy. Poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. That is the definition given by the great poet of beauty, William Wordsworth. So here the strong feelings of a schoolboy has been beautifully portrayed and presented in words by the great poet William Plague. Okay, I hope you all have enjoyed my teaching of poem as you usually enjoy in the school. After listening this YouTube video, open my first PDF, take down the question answers, and open my second PDF and take down the extra question answer for this poem, The Schoolboy. Then grammar exercise as usual. Anyway, let us all pray sincerely as we do prayer in our classroom to get the blessings of God to win over this disastrous corona disaster. Every time I say that, I am doing every day. I spend long hours in prayer for the welfare of the world, for the welfare of all the people. You all must do that. You are all my children. Okay, that's all for this week. See you soon in the school. All the best.